Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Cuppa with Claire. Today I'm joined by the lovely Elisalex De Castro Peake. We'll just call you Elisalex, shall we?
That's fine, yeah, because that's so much easier.
Much easier. So we've been really fortunate here at Beautiful Things. Elisalex has been with us all day, teaching us the fine art of embroidery. And I can do it.
You've been brilliant, you've been great. Everyone's been wonderful.
I am so lacking in patience and I hate hand sewing with a passion. So I've surprised myself.
I think a lot of people do with embroidery. It's one of those things that's really immediately meditative, and I think it actually just requires patience that you didn't know that you had.
Yeah.
In a nice way. So.
And I'm patient with others, but I'm not patient with myself. I was saying that about quilting earlier, wasn't I? I can't cope with quilting. I can't cope with having to get it just right, where it all lines up and matches. It's just...
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing with embroidery, is that it's a lot more forgiving. So you can be more creative and more forgiving of yourself, and then therefore just enjoy the process much more.
Yeah. So we thought we would have a chat today about Me Made May, because I love Me Made May. I love the concept of it. I love the idea of it. You know, it encourages you to go out there and make clothes for yourself and wear them every day and show them off, and that's wonderful. But every year I start it, best of intentions, and I can normally get a week, 2 weeks in, and then I fall down. And I've done it again this year. I've failed.
No, it's not a failure. I don't think you can call that a failure at all, though.
But you did well.
So this year, and I've been doing Me Made May for like, I guess like 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, it's been about that long, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's been even longer actually.
Has it?
Yeah. I would say it's been a good 7 years or something. I think she's been doing it.
Yeah.
This year, I felt like I really finally nailed it for myself, and I found like a sweet spot that I've been after for all this time.
Did you plan?
No, not at all.
No?
I didn't plan this time. I've planned in the past and I failed. I have not planned in the past and I've not enjoyed it. I mean, to be honest, I think Me Made May as well, I think it's wonderful. I think it's a really incredible initiative, but it's hard.
It's hard. I think it's hard. One of the main reasons I find it hard is the weather.
Yeah.
Because May can be beautiful and May can also be really crap. And we had some gorgeously gorgeous hot days really in May. Gorgeous. But we also had some really cold and rainy days in May.
And I think that's why it's so genius that Zoe made it in May.
Yeah.
Not only because of obviously the alliteration, which all of us sewists love.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that the weather in England is so changeable in May, I think is actually key to making it the challenge that it
You're right,
needs
actually.
to be.
I don't think I'd have 30 summer dresses. I mean, I know you don't have to wear the same thing every day, but...
Yeah. So my problem in the past has always been, I do have 30 summer dresses, so if I were just, if Me Made May for me were just everyday glorious sunshine, one 50s inspired day dress after the other, I'd be fine, I'd be laughing. But the problem is the weather's not like that, and my lifestyle does not really, you know, I'm not going to be, you know, frolicking down the street on the way to school pickup in a, you know, super floaty printed 50s day dress. I mean, every day.
I did that. The very first week of Tom, when he started his new school, was 1 week, 1 pattern. I did 1 week, 1 pattern, and I chose the emery dress. And I always make the emery dress with really wacky, way out prints. So the mums had never met me at school before, and the first week of school, I was rocking up in these funky Me Made dresses. Amazing, it was brilliant. Anyway, we digress.
That's a pretty good introduction.
It was good fun. But yeah, I think that's why I was fine for the first 2 weeks, because this year I've decided I want to make much more staples for my wardrobe rather than all the pretty summer dresses. So I've made lots of raglan tops, lots of t-shirts, and these lady skater dresses, loads of them. And because the weather was a little bit chilly and a little bit overcast, it was great. It was, you know, trifecta top, pair of jeans, raglan t-shirt, pair of jeans, but lady skater, pair of tights.
Feels like it gets a bit boring
sometimes. It got boring, and so 2 weeks in, A, I was bored, and B, the weather cheered up and we started to get the sunshine. And then I discovered that all of the summer dresses that I'd made last year no longer fitted me because I'd put on a little bit of weight. So frustrating.
Yeah. Well, I had a slightly similar thing. I'm like in the middle, I guess it's an age thing, like a transitional thing, but I'm at that point, you know, where I think everyone gets to at least once or twice in their life, where I look in my wardrobe and I just hate it all, you know, and there's nothing that I want to wear, whether it's because I am, you know, I'm a bit bigger than I was 5-6 years ago, whether it's because I don't want to be wearing like floaty, girly, silly dresses every day. I want to be a little bit more grown up. I want to look a bit more polished. I also want to move away from my kind of daily staple uniform of just like jeans and a jumper, you know, which basically on the school run and when I'm working at home, that's what I wear.
See, I never see you like that. That's really interesting. You've got this kind of waif-like, ethereal, you know, long, floaty, can't see your feet, but flowy look.
And when I'm dressed up and when I'm going, if I'm going out for the evening for dinner or with friends or whatever, or if I'm doing something that, you know, requires me to be a bit more put together, then that's definitely what I wear. But I have the two extreme ends of the spectrum. So I'm either super dressed up or I'm a total pajama slob at home, basically. And that's what I've struggled with, is trying to find some sort of a middle ground, you know, where I can feel polished and put together, but not like I'm about to walk down a red carpet, you know.
I suppose that's more maybe making more blouses.
Yeah,
well,
exactly. Blouses, separates. Yeah, exactly. Even finding a different way to style the existing things that I have. So I've actually found this Me Made May, which actually worked really well with the weather being quite changeable as well, was not completely shunning my, like, you know, floaty, pretty floral day dresses, but wearing them with a blazer. Yeah. And that automatically just made me... Or
tights and boots instead of sandals.
Exactly. And that automatically, or even with like a linen shirt tied up over the top of it, you know, and that automatically made me feel, you know, a bit more casual, and a bit more grown up. And so I feel like this year I've not only... I feel like I did Me Made May well, and I stuck it out from the beginning to the end, and I did it every day. I may not have photographed every single day, but I did do it. Yeah. I also, about a week in, I did a huge purge of my wardrobe, and I got rid of like a good third of all my clothes, which felt amazing, really, really good. A lot of stuff which was Me Made stuff that I've been hanging on to simply because I feel nostalgic because I've made it.
I've got loads of those emery dresses, and they're, you know, my viewers will know I've lost about 3.5 stone in total since I started my YouTube channel, and I had some amazing emery dresses that I love, you know, in the Alexander Henry Sewist fabric and stuff like that, and I love them, and I just can't let them go, and I really can't be bothered to alter them. There's too much of a size difference to just... can't just nip them in.
But I mean, I think for something like that, not only because you love them and because the fabric's amazing and they're nostalgic for you, I think also as well to kind of remember that, you know, the journey that you've been on since you made those. I think it's important to keep things like that.
Keep hold of them. Yeah. Definitely. I was thinking of having a big auction, maybe auctioning them off.
That's a good idea.
Because I think the people who watch this channel specifically would understand the hard work and effort that's gone into them, and how much the fabric costs. I mean, Alexander Henry's what, 20 quid a metre, something like that. And if I was to sell those dresses, you know, really, if you took the time it took me to make them and the fabric into consideration, it should be well in excess of 60-70 pounds.
Oh my god,
no one's well in excess of, no one's going to pay that.
50 quid. I know.
It's sad. So did you make anything specifically for Me Made May to plan and to set up, or just go for it?
No, I didn't do any prep this time. I didn't do, because that's the other thing, I didn't want to make a bunch of, like we said before, things that I would then find boring to wear. So I didn't want to make any kind of plain jersey tops or anything like that. I didn't want to do anything that would make getting dressed every day less of a kind of fun. I wanted it to be a challenge, but I wanted it to be fun. I wanted to look at my wardrobe in a new light, and I wanted to kind of force myself to make those new outfit connections, if anything, you know, and I feel like I really did. I did make a couple of new things throughout May, but they were on my list anyway. So I made the Sew House 7 Burnside bibs, which actually I finished on the last day of May.
The dungaree.
Exactly. So I finished them on the last day of May. So actually the first day I wore them was on the 1st of June.
Oh well. So, you've got them for next year.
Exactly. But then I also had another pledge as well for Me Made May, which was to not buy any new fabric that was not either secondhand or coming from either ethically produced or like dead stock and kind of end of rolls, and I stuck to that, which was really good. So I actually only bought one piece of fabric the whole month of May, which is unheard of.
Excellent. I've been on a bit of a self-imposed fabric diet. Recently it's got a bit silly. So yeah, I think I might have set myself up to fail with Me Made May this year, because for me, I thought, right, this year I'm going to do it. I'm going to photograph myself every day. I'm going to video myself every day. I was going to do just a little twirl or a walk out and about. And then I would, at the end of May, I would edit them all together into a lovely Me Made May video. And because I kind of started, and I did about the first 3 days and then went to Amsterdam. So I got lots done in Amsterdam, which was great because it was kind of part of my trip and I was vlogging the trip. That was fine. But once we got home from Amsterdam, it was like, oh, I don't actually need to get my camera out every day. I'm not naturally filming as part of my day. I'm not naturally taking photographs as part of my day. And I'd get to sort of 7 or 8 o'clock at night and think, oh, bummer, I haven't taken the picture of myself. And so I was doing it, but I hadn't taken the pictures. And then I felt, I'm not sharing it, so I'm not doing it properly. And I just got cross with myself, and I think I just fell off. Yeah, probably about 2 weeks in. So,
well, I think that's so easy to do, you know, and especially if you put so much pressure on yourself at the beginning to kind of, and you have such, not even so much pressure, but you have such high expectations of yourself, and then you find that you're not being consistent with that. It can just be really like, you feel like you've let yourself down, which you shouldn't feel like at all, because that's not the goal.
So I think as well, you see, it's that expectation, isn't it? So you see what others are doing and you think you've got to keep up with them. And I loved what So Over It did this year with their Me Made May, is they basically realised they've got, I don't know, 8-10 staff. They all wear handmade every day. So even if only 4 people were wearing handmade one day and 10 the next and 6 the next, they just did their Instagram feed was, well, this is what the staff are wearing today. So somebody, as a team, as a company, was always doing it. So I think, you know, maybe next year Beautiful Things should do Me Made May instead of just me.
Did that as well one time as well, and it was really great. And it's kind of nice to, especially when you have a team around you that you don't necessarily see every day. That's a really nice way of like highlighting the members of your team as well, and you know, showing them off too. But I think the main thing is just to like,
it's taking part. It's taking part that counts.
Exactly. There is no such thing as winning or losing.
No, and it isn't a competition, is it? You just have to remind yourself of that. So I shall pat myself on the back.
Definitely do.
For my 2 weeks that I did do. Yes. And we'll see what I do next year.
And there's no reason why you can't do your own, like, you know, Me Made July.
Yeah.
Just, you know, for yourself.
Or the whole Me Made every day. Oh, I don't think I can do that.
I think that's a bit much.
I like my jeans and my slobby t-shirts too much. And I'm never going to make a pair of leggings. Have you made leggings?
No. Definitely not.
Not when they're £2 to buy from Primark or somewhere like that. Yeah,
I mean, no. There are certain things that I'm trying to obviously move away from only making party dresses, but there are a few things that I hope I will never sew, and one of those is athleisure.
Yeah. Athleisure.
Not my I mean, I wear it. I work out in it for sure, but I'm not excited by the idea of sewing it at all. I need silks and flowers and colours and textures and
easy fabrics rather than spandex.
Oh no, not for me.
No, it gives me shivers. So anyway, as you can probably tell, the battery ran out on me just as we were saying goodbye. So we're on my camera phone. So Elisalex, thank you so much for coming and teaching here today at Beautiful Things. It's been really nice having you.
Thank you for having me.
Follow us on Instagram, Beautiful Things HQ, and you'll see all of the lovely pictures and images that everybody's sewn. And I hope you enjoyed our little chat about Me Made May. And we'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Definitely. I'd love to come back. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Take care.